Welcome back to Daily Warlord. So yeah, comic relief characters. In a serious scenario or dark scenario, comic relief characters are there to, lighten up the mood and provide some humor. Some comic relief characters, when talking about Ninjago, are horrible. Others are actually not that bad. So that is why today we will be counting down the top 5 comic relief characters. So without further ado, let's get started. A lot of people hate Ghoultar. I personally find him to be, just fine. Ghoultar isn't amazing or anything, but I will say that he is somewhat funny. Again, he's not the best comic relief character, and I kind of put him here because there's no one better, I hate Blunk and Ragmuck, so these guys aren't even gonna make it to the list. But Ghoultar. So, yeah, one of the weird things is, and this was brought up by several people, but why would Moro summon Ghoultar if he's trying to get legitimate help to actually bring back the preeminent? But that is one thing that kind of makes Ghoultar's character a bit funny and a bit distinguished from the other ghosts. He is very different in the sense that he's actually very stupid and he's totally dumb. He has some obsession for puffy pot stickers and food, which, that's a huge contrast to the other ghosts, which I feel kind of makes him unique and funny in a way. But yeah, Ghoultar is also not a bad fighter. He's serious at times, but most of the time he is silly, and I think the contrast from other ghosts is what makes him kind of funny. Comic relief duos are also a method of comedy used frequently in Ninjago, so yeah, duos will be included on this list. Anyways, in 4th place we have Squiffy and Bucco, who are essentially the comic relief characters of Season 6, the comic relief duo. So what's funny about these guys is that they don't even belong in the Sky Pirates group. They're actually just normal people. They're businessmen or something who just decide, we're going to join the Sky Pirates. And that's really funny because they are complete clowns. And one more is that they actually try to be pirates. Like, they try really hard, which can be seen when they're actually trying to talk like pirates. And they use a lot of stereotypical pirate language, like we be and all that kind of stuff. That is pretty funny, actually, that they're just like trying to be pirates, even though they really don't fit in. They're far from fitting in. And I find that to be pretty funny, actually. They didn't do much except in episode, 53, where they did a bit. They were spying in the ninja, lip reading, and doing some stuff. And I found them to be pretty funny. The main thing that makes them funny is that they don't belong there at all. And again, it is a comic relief duo, so the relationship always makes it funnier when there are 2 of them. The original Ninjago comic relief characters, Cruncher and Knuckle, have essentially been here since day 1 and have since become a kind of running joke in the series, sometimes making cameos. What's funny about these guys is the relationship between them, how Knuckle is really dumb and Cruncher is always calling him out for that, and I think that makes for a really funny relationship. Yes, it definitely helps that there are 2 of them here. It makes it a lot funnier, as they are essentially the original comic relief duo for Ninjago. Another funny thing is there are many different cameos in the series, such as when they are substitute teachers in Darkly's school for bad boys, and they get tied up by Lloyd and Pythor. That is actually pretty funny. I mean, what the heck are these guys doing substituting at a boarding school? I mean, what? And then there's also another scene that I can remember was at the Yang Tavern when this was the one where they mismatched their voices. One of them, I think it was Cruncher, gets beat up pretty much destroyed by Kai. Then there was another cameo in Season 6. That was the last cameo. That was the last we ever saw of these guys. I'd love to see them make another cameo sometime, because they are pretty funny. I really love the relationship between them, and how, Knuckles is always so dumb, Cruncher's always calling him out for it. It really makes for an interesting dynamic. In 2nd place, we have quote-unquote old Dareth. And by that, I mean the Dareth that we saw from Seasons 2 to Season 5. So back in Season 2, he was portrayed right from the beginning to be really incompetent and really stupid. And yeah, it was really funny in the episodes Pirate vs. Ninja. As a younger kid, I remember finding that really funny when I was watching that episode, as, he pretty much, right as he's about to die, he confesses that he painted his brown belt, everything was fake. This contrast to the ninja and how is essentially a wannabe, but yet he's so incompetent is pretty funny. And then in Season 3, we see him as the role of a substitute teacher, and I guess he does some stuff there. His role in Season 3 isn't, that big, and it isn't that funny either, but hey, it's okay. And then in Season 4, it was also pretty funny with the whole puffy pop sticker thing. Yes, that did get annoying sometimes, but it was kind of funny how, in the Noodle escape, the Noodle Factory escape heist, how he essentially was so overweight that they couldn't escape through the pipes anymore. Not to mention that scene where he starts singing I guess you could find it annoying, but I essentially find it funny. And then, yeah, how he blows Neo's cover. And he had one cameo in Season 5, which is where he got tar dumped on him. Pretty funny. After that, Dareth started to go downhill in Season 6, Season 8, and worst of all, Season 9. The way he's portrayed in Season 9 is my least favorite form of Dareth, as well as my least favorite character of all time. But I will say that Dareth was pretty funny in the beginning. And in first place, we have the comic relief duo from Season 4, that being Kapow and Chuck. These guys are hilarious. What I love most about it is how they aren't given a huge spotlight, which is essentially the downfall of characters like Blunk and Ragbuck. Yeah, they weren't given a huge spotlight, but they were given like brief little snippets of time where they were showcased, and I gotta say, their jokes were actually pretty funny. It starts out when they're trying to be wannabes, pretty much, and they try to make cooler names, like Maleficium. Then eventually they settle on Kapow and Chop, which I guess, I'm pretty sure these are puns on like a karate chop and kapow, which is, a punch pretty much. And that's pretty funny. Now, later on, they do end up rising in the ranks, and they become Serpentine, so they're so excited about. And that is really funny. Again, what I love about these guys is they're just normal, they're normal Anachondrite cultists. They're not like the other comic relief characters, in the sense that they had bigger roles or anything. They're just normal Anachondrite cultists who are given a bit of a bit of showcasing in order to be comedic. And I find that to be really funny, especially their jokes, just the way how they rise through the ranks and their hopes and dreams, their far-fetched hopes and dreams, which actually do pretty much come true in the end. Yeah, so it is because of these reasons that I love Kapow and Chop. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know. More videos will be coming up throughout this week, and of course there will be the Season 1 retrospect review on Saturday. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.